Hi, I'm Colin and welcome to How to Paint Watercolours. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll paint this one. Hello YouTubers and welcome back to my channel How to Paint Watercolours with me, Colin. I have just stretched my paper and I've left a thin film of water on the paper. This is a set of mountains in the Antarctica region and it's working from a photograph, and I will put the photograph up at the end of the video so you can see it. Give you a quick run round of the colours: Naples yellow, Blizzard crimson lake, burnt sienna, warm sepia, cobalt blue and French ultramarine. I say a big thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you very much for sticking with me. Any new subscribers, thank you for joining us. Now this photograph, when you see it at the end, is mainly blue. There's a lot of blue in it, but you know me, I like to put my own thing on it, and so should you. But I want to produce a glow in the sky here and just give the sky a little bit of colour. And the sky is mainly blue. You know me, interest is everything. Take some of the blue, cobalt blue, and I'm going to add a little bit of burnt sienna to that, just to grey it with a tiny bit of alizarin crimson. Very watery, very weak. And I've got masking fluid on the tops of these mountains so I can keep them clean. One piece of advice: if you stretch your paper and then just dry the mountain tops off, just the mountain tops off, with a kitchen towel, apply the masking fluid. When the masking fluid dries, your paper won't cockle. So let's just get this in. I'm going to deepen the top of the sky, so I'm going to take some French ultramarine, a bit of burnt sienna just to deepen it down. Let's just check that, a little bit more blue in there, I think. Just setting the backdrop for this, really. That one's a stronger colour. I do want a violet in the sky. I do like that. I'm going to put it in. And I'm just going to drop this in to bring some down here. This is all lovely and wet. And you can bring the violet into the yellow. As you can see, it just turns grey. A little bit more burnt sienna to that. A little bit more blue. I'm just going to strengthen up one or two areas. You can allow this, just let it run, let it have its way. Don't fiddle. Too many people fiddle. A bit of light here, I've got that there. And ultramarine and basically burnt sienna just for a grey. I'm just feeding this in, just where I want a little bits of shadow and stuff. If you enjoy these videos, please click the like button, please consider subscribing. Subscribers are welcome. Feel free to use the comments section. All this helps with YouTube's algorithm and it does encourage me to make more videos if you enjoy them. Right, I'm going to leave that sky. So what a wonderful mess that is. Leave that like it is. You can tip it should you want to get it to run together. Now it's all fluid, so it will all move. And you can create some really nice effects just by tipping it. And then what I'm going to do when I've done that is I'm going to leave this to dry to a velvet sheen. Then we'll just take out some areas of interest in the sky. Okay, I've left that a few minutes and I'm just taking a kitchen towel, making a point, and I'm just taking the top of this cloud out down here with it. And I want a little bit of cloud work coming off this mountain. Maybe a little tiny bit on here. This is just to create the white space before taking a big bunch of kitchen towel and rolling it up in a ball. Then I'm going to, on the top of this, I'm just going to roll it through. Create something that's almost like cracked ice running through it. Now don't panic over this, you get what you are given once it's been done, so once again, don't fiddle. And you're just creating random effects. No pressure. Don't press down on the paper, there's no pressure at all. Then what you can do if you want to is just add a tiny bit of water back in. Use any brush for this. Not everywhere, just in odd little places. And allow that to have whatever way it wants to go. You can leave that to dry. Okay, your sky is dry, and I think that's a stunning looking sky. You can leave your comment on that one if you wish to. Time for some snow shadows, and I'm going to take some of the cobalt blue. At this point I could use French ultramarine or the cobalt blue because it's in the sky. I want to use the cobalt blue for this one, for the lighter shadow, and some of the darker shadows I'll use the deeper colour. And I'm just going to grey this with a hint of burnt sienna. I do want it towards the blue side. I think that will do it. And I've re-wet the whole of the white paper. And begin to drop some of this in, and I just want to leave the white patches in on it for where the sun is striking the white snow. Remember, this will dry an awful lot lighter. The more colour mixing you do, the faster you'll be able to mix your colours. Okay, then I'm going to let that dry. Okay, that's dry. I just want to put some deeper snow shadows on, so I'm going to use some French ultramarine with some alizarin crimson. I still want it on the blue side, but just a little bit darker. That's sort of almost, that's a bit blue. Need it more blue than that. I think that will do it. Some burnt sienna, just to grey it. And I'm going to pull it over here. I'm just going to drop some water into that. And then we want some darker shadows. I don't want much of it. Take a damp brush and just feather it in, leaving some of the other colour to show through. Some deeper snow shadows on here. And you're going to leave that to dry. Now that the second snow shadows are lovely and dry, I'm going to take some French ultramarine. I need a fair bit of this. It's just quite thick, so I'm going to mix the colour up first. I do want this on the blue side, but it looks like I'm going to be using most of this Alizarin Crimson Lake. It's on the blue side, and then I'm going to take some warm sepia as we start to take this down towards a bluey grey. Load the brush. I kind of like that colour. And we can begin to add the rocks and crags. And I'm just using the tip of the brush, laying it on and then dragging it, so you end up with that hit and miss effect. The direction it comes in, it shows you how steep this is. Just put this ridge in. This will take you some time, so one thing it will do is teach you patience to try to get the effect that you're looking for. Curving this over just to create a shape. Curving it the other opposite direction to create a gully. Just little flecks of rock. Take some, put that in there. Some warm sepia, almost creating a black to darken some areas. Not much, it's almost like tickling it is the phrase I like to use. So you get two different tones on it. It's very subtle. Okay, kind of like that. This is where you get to sign it, to put a mount around it and call it finished. I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, please click the like button and subscribe. Please feel free to leave a comment. Comments are welcome, and I'll see you next time.